this, you know. I'm a represent for Skyline Radio, Vinyl Sunday, every last Sunday of each month. Godfather, Vinyl Sunday, all day on the radio station. Walk and tell the nation. Oi, Satol, Sata.
Ganguly there, of course, a man that I interviewed a few months ago. You can catch it on my YouTube platform, interview with Ganguly. Okay, right, so go back into that song, but we'll change the other side. Going out for the big people, I want to say good afternoon and welcome to the YouTube here right now, skylineradio.org.uk, also in junction with, of course, S8 Play, of course, in the afternoon, up until 2 right now. All my fans, big up yourself. All my YouTube listeners and viewers, big up yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anything you want to know about anything, just leave a message in the subscribe button or whatever it may be. And you know the link. If you don't know the link, trying to learn the link. If you don't know how to do certain things in your life, just log on to YouTube. You'll find that you're not the only one in that position, my people. Let's play something serious. Let's go serious in this time. Vinyl Sunday, going out to Danny and your crew and all the big people them. I tell you,
Curious, curious, darling, if you love me, it must be serious. Your mama said I'm not the kind for you, so darling, if you love me, she won't be pleased. My love for you will never die. I will always love you, one step beyond, for it is serious, serious. Darling, if you love me, it must be serious. My love for you will never die. I will always love you, one step beyond, for it is serious, serious. Darling, if you love me, it must be serious. Darling, if you love me,
it must be serious. Welcome to the Godfather Show live in the Man Cave.
if you love me, oh, it must be serious.
Gotta be serious. We play some love songs like these. We play them all the time for those who love this style of music. We're gonna play a song for the moms who love to sing this tune when they're on their own sometime, but I know they like to sing it out loud and proud to their husbands for whatever particular reason. I don't know why, but you'll know why when I play this one here. Classic revival style Vinyl Sunday this morning in the afternoon. All right, so all right, okay.
First you take my heart and the palm of your hand, squeeze it tight. Then you take my mind and play with it all night. You take my pride and you throw it up against the wall. You take me in your arms, baby.
hurts so good, I tell you. It hurts so good. You know, this tune, you can play this tune any time of the day, and you find that the chorus will always come on the top note when you play this one. Sounds of Susan Cadogan. We're going to see if we can find that Susan Cadogan album. I got 2 albums of hers. I'm going to see if I can hook it up and play a few of those songs. Not today, no. I got to look for them first, you know.
First you take my heart in the palm of your hand and squeeze it tight. Then you take my mind and play with it all night. You take my pride and you throw it up against the wall. You take me in your arms, baby, and bounce me like a buffalo. Well, I'm not complaining what you're doing, you see. 'Cause this hurting feeling is so good to me. But don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good? It hurts so good. You take my name and you scandalize it in the street. Well, anything you wanna do and say is alright with me. Then you turn right around and make sweet love to me. Oh, easy baby, show me what's good. 'Cause baby, these things you're doing to me, it hurts so bad, but it's worth all the misery. 'Cause don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good? It hurts so good. Ooh, boy, please don't ever take the hurt off me. 'Cause it would hurt even worse if you ever leave. Even though sometimes it's hard for me to bear, I'll make myself hold out 'cause if it kills me, I don't care. 'Cause baby, I don't want you to ever quit. It ain't no good till it hurts a little bit. But don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good? Don't you know that it hurts so good?
It hurts so good. Susan Cadogan there, classic from the past. I tell you for a fact, anywhere you went and you played that song, you see beauty start dancing and everybody start moving and grooving in the mood. Well, all right. So we're going to play a song from a 7-inch 45. 7-inch 45 vinyl, Sunday, of course. And we'll play a song called Sing a Little Song. Desmond Decker, classic records, this one here, 1973. 1973. We play this one for the massive right now. Sing a little song. Let's sing a little song on a Sunday afternoon right now. Oh, you mean, you can't tell them tune you play enough. I tell you, Desmond Decker. Yeah, man. Come on.
When your heart is filled with sorrow, sing a little song. Sing a little song. When you're worried and feel heavy laden, sing a little song.
Sing.
Sing a little song.
You know, back in the days when you used to play this song all the time, you used to see the older generation dance to this one. Then they watch who I dance elsewhere. They might dance with them partner, they might dance with them friend, and yeah, man, for them steps was the 2 steps and all these things. And shouting out to all who went to their Caribbean centers, wherever you may have been in the UK. Let me big up our old cultural center back in them days upstairs, man. I tell you, 3 people them can't move, man. I tell you.
When your heart is filled with sorrow, sing a little
Gonna say shout good night to all my, of course, supporters over the last couple of months right now. Shout out to, of course, Get a Downbeat. Shout to you next week, of course, at the old school in Wolverhampton. Of course, the Bloodline Brothers. And also Gyro as well. And of course, Get a Downbeat at the old school next Saturday. It's going to be a hot one. It's going to be a good one. How you mean? Guess a shout to the, of course, the Bloodline Brothers. We've had them on the platform already. We're due to have part 2. They tell me that they're waiting for me. Waiting for me? It seems like a lot of people are waiting for me to talk to them right now. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It was only this morning having breakfast. I received someone sent me that somebody wants an interview. Wow. Gonna say shouting out to the Lioness family. A little later on, we give some details about their event as well. Next week, of course, Sunday at the Bank in Wolverhampton. It's the creme of the creme. Some of the top vinyl DJs in the house next week, Sunday. I tell you, give you more details in a short while, all right?
Sing a little song. Sing a little song. Mama,
Sing a little song. I just picked up a record right now. And I got the original sounds of Millie, My Boy Lollipop. But you ain't gonna play that one today. We're not gonna play that one today. I want to play a small little documentary, and it's all about the artist that was forgotten about. Let me see if I can find it on the platform. I got it here. The reggae artists they tried to erase. We might play that for a few minutes, 10 minutes or so, just to sort of give you some idea what's been going on in the industry of our reggae popular music. Well, all right. So, if you notice, I'm playing records that you know and got as well, but the history behind it as well. You find a lot of vinyl players playing records and has no background to what they are playing. I'm going to play this one because this one was a big hit back in them days as we were growing up as youngsters dancing with partners. Them days. Those days, if you go back to those days and thinking about those days, how we used to dance in them days, some of you would have said it was fit for the bedroom. But in them days, we didn't know any better. We didn't know any better, especially when you got tunes like this. I tell you, especially on a Saturday night. But today, it's Sunday afternoon with the Godfather.
My Cecilia, I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, I'll never find another one like you, my Cecilia. You always make me happy and you're always true, my Cecilia. That's why I'm going crazy, crazy over you, my Cecilia. Cecilia, you were meant for me.
Tell your friends, share the link, turn up the volume. This is the Keep It Real show. Real people, real stories, real music, real conversation. Keeping it real every Sunday.
My Cecilia, I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy. Well, I'll never find another one like you, my Cecilia. You always make me happy and you're always true, my Cecilia. That's why I'm going crazy, crazy over you, my Cecilia. Cecilia, you were meant for me, and no one else will ever do. All of this is for the
14 minutes past 12 here right now.
and it will
And the weather outside is kind of cool. It's windy, but it's cool as well.
should ever fall. It would surely break my heart, my Cecilia.
Ain't no know something? I've been finding myself having a kip out in my gazebo outside where the sun is shining and cool breeze, and I got the net so no flies can't come in. Talking about sleep, have you been having some good sleep in terms of the weather being warm, etc.? Kind of warm in my studio right now, but I'm kind of cool. Can take me up until 2 o'clock and then I'll be out of the studio. But enjoy me, enjoy the music, the fashion, the style, whatever I'm talking about. It's all yours. History in the making, and with the God for the life in the man cave.
My Cecilia, I'm going crazy, crazy, crazy. My Cecilia, oh yeah. My Cecilia, girl, yeah. My Cecilia,
Shout out to my good friend Casper.
my Cecilia.
My Cecilia.
Cecilia, you were meant for me, and no one else will ever do. All of this here for the road to see, and it will last till eternity. I'll never, never find another one like you, my Cecilia. You always make me happy, and you're always you, my Cecilia. My Cecilia, well,
Classic, I tell you.
my Cecilia, I love you.
Nice, warm, and easy on this, of course, Sunday afternoon. I can see the sun's trying to break through my blinds. My blinds are closed, but yeah, man, it's all good still. Shouting out to Barry and the Jarrow family. Don't forget, as I said, next week at the old school, get a downbeat in action with Bloodline from Birmingham. Strong people. Going to be another good night of entertainment. That's it. When I'm saying our generation meet and greet, because not many of us tend to leave our front doors or leave the lounge or leave the TV, got ourselves stuck on all those channels. I can remember back in the early days when we had rediffusion and had to drop those 50 pence pieces in the back and crank it. We only had about 3 stations at the time. And at 12 o'clock on one particular station, they used to play the Queen's national anthem. At that point, we just turn it off, because nothing else now go on. But in the meantime, we played these songs at that time, especially on a Saturday night. Sounds of the voice of man called Mr. Pat Kelly. Shout out to Mr. Plummer, and also Mr. Smith, and also Mr. Johnson.
I don't wanna go where it is raining. I just wanna be where children's playing. For I can hear their little heart is beating and doing the things their little love is showing. So I'm thinking about the times that I've been
Sounds of Pat Kelly. Magic classic, I tell you for a fact, sounding good this afternoon. All right, I don't want to go. All right, so we're going to play one from the sounds of man called Mr. Of course, man from way back long time, man called Mr. Johnny Clark, my people. Gonna say shout out to a couple of friends birthday requests coming from Twiggy. Good afternoon, Twiggy. I hope you're up and about right now. Shout out to Rankin. It's your birthday as well, at the same time as Rita. Also the same number as well, 80 today as well. So Rankin, big up yourself. Shout out to Ryder as well. Happy Earth Strong to you, so brother. And also this one, Garlic. I say Garlic. Your birthday as well. So magic respect and every time manners and respect coming from your favorite, of course, Twiggy, little Twiggy, my cousin. Big up the Turner family, big up the Walker family, and big up all families from way back a long time. I'm gonna play this tune here, Johnny Clark, here before we go into a discussion. Yeah. Keep on trying. If you don't succeed on that side, and you don't succeed on that side, go up the so or go down so. You must reach the middle at some point. Johnny Clark, Vinyl Sunday, my people. What you mean? What you mean? Johnny Clark, man. What you mean? Keep trying. Keep on trying.
Keep on trying.
Can I say shout out to Ruby and also Tony? And I ain't gonna forget your friends just down the road. Cynthia and Paul, good afternoon to you.
Gotta keep on trying. No, I won't stop trying. Gotta keep on trying.
If you were to see my music room right now, you would have thought all the records have just dropped off the shelf all on the floor.
Trying. Let me tell you why. Got my family to care for. You should understand why. Man can't live without food, I see. Yes, I keep on trying. Lord knows I won't stop. Yes, I keep on trying. I know I won't stop trying. Got to tell you why.
Yeah, the sounds there of Johnny Clark and keep on trying for those who are trying to achieve whatever goal they're trying to achieve right now. Keep at it. Don't give up. All right? Because if you give up, somebody else will take your space. And the only person you can complain about that problem is yourself. So if you don't work on the left-hand side, try the right-hand side. If you don't work on both sides, try up and down, but you must reach the center at some point. Just keep on trying. Now, there's a couple of things happening soon as well. We must say shout out to, of course, Valentino as well, supporting this show on the YouTube as well. We go to YouTube later on this evening at 163 Lounge, Erdington in Birmingham, of course. And tonight's performances will be from two of the greats, one of the greatest, one of the gladiators from, of course, Vinyl Sunday, from, of course, Vinyl Thursday. All right, so the Onyx Bar moved to 7 stars in Birmingham. Shout out to Dakar Ranks, will be on the bill tonight, alongside Tipper Tone as well. Some selectors there. Got some great songs, some music as well, and stage show performances. As you know, Dakar Ranks has that style, and also as well Tipper Tone too as well. So 163 Lounge tonight, live on your YouTube, in your comfort with a beer or a drink or whatever you're doing on a Sunday evening if you can't make it. And if you're making it down there, it's £2 after, of course, 9 o'clock. Now we talk about the creme of the creme, creme de creme, creme de creme. Shout out to Trifina and the Lioness crew and the team. And big up yourself. Nothing's happening as well on that side of town. Of course, music and dinner and performances on stage in the early part of the show. And that starts from 12. Of course, have a meal and some music on stage as well. And also poetry as well coming from, I think it's going to be coming from Sue Brown as well, I tell you. And then from 3 o'clock till 12, it's your money's worth. I'll still be probably having my dinner at that time, but I'll be going straight down there. And the creme de creme, the sounds of top DJs from the UK. From Wolverhampton, of course, man called Archie D and Papa D. Of course, DJ Grant, Chucky Downbeat as well, Trevor Sachs, and RS Digital gonna be in the house playing vinyls. We're gonna hear some vinyls, people. And after the 7, we got Jonah here today. All right, so I'll be talking to Jonah, who'll be with you in the house next week, Sunday at the Bank. Music galore with top selectors, £10 from 3 till 12. Get your money's worth. So you revival jenks and ladies, if you love your music and you got some free time, all right, get someone to do the sittings or the baby sittings or whatever you're doing. Make them take them turn. Tell the parents to come for them children and you want to go Sunday. All right, so you want to hear some big guns on that night, 3 till 12 at the Bank next week. All right, okay, all right. Gonna play a song for the ladies. All right, gonna play a song. You play a song for the ladies. What do you mean? Cause you know, so anywhere you go, you see ladies, you see peer man come too. But there was a problem last week at the con-out last week. I saw peer ladies, enough woman, JONAH. All in, it was a nice sight to see. Pure white, Snow White, pure white. But only about a few men. Not even. I think I got 5 fingers on each hand. I don't think there was more than 5 men who wasn't part of the equation. When I say part of the equation, wasn't part of the team that was there. 5 men. Now, probably 4 men, but we go 5 the most. In the house last week. Pia woman. JONAH. What you mean? Taking you back down memory lane. Let me play this tune for the ladies right now. Taking you back down in time, revival style, big people style. Sit in the back with the gasoline and all these things. I tell you, I think think I got the 1745 here somewhere. I did pick it up.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac against the white walls, TV and phones in the back. You may not have a club at all, but remember, brothers and sisters.
I was told that with the amount of music in my music room, it's time to take out the ones you've played a few times, put them in a box, and put them elsewhere, and bring another set from up. So,
Though you may not drive
you know, sometimes people like to hear the songs a little more than just one. You know, just like my interviews. I got some good interviews. I've already played them once, ever. It's time to replay them back, take you back down those lanes. And you know when you hear certain songs, certain songs take you back places, especially when a man works in a record shop and tells me, I won't play that song. I said, you mean you won't play that song? No, I mean I'll play that song, do you know? What do you mean? No, I said, hold on now, I'm buying a record, I want to hear the song. I mean, not playing it, I don't care. You can take it, but and he told me the story of a song that brought back some mad memories for him.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Ooh.
I just picked up a record and it's called When a Man Loves a Woman. And I think you get the story behind this one.
Cadillac
I won't play it today though.
against the white walls, TV and phones in the back. You may not have a club at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac against the white walls, TV and phones in the back.
But okay, I'm gonna play something for not half an hour. 10 minutes, alright? And this like documentary without the vision of the videos, because the videos will come soon.
Just remember,
I'm still learning how to use my things properly. I ain't gonna say what they are, but I'm getting there.
and don't
Slow but surely.
just be thankful for what you've got. Though you may not have a real silk suit, real latest styles and fancy boots. You may not have sister and ladies' dress, golden jewelry, diamonds and all the rest.
Now, if I was to ask you how many radio stations are on air right now, you probably run to your mobile phone and type in how many live shows are there on the internet. It will give you the answer to that. I'm not going to do it, but I feel privileged to have some of you. I ain't got all of you, but I got some of you on my platform. Of course, live inside my music room, inside the man cave, which every man has a cave of some sort. where he keeps his music, his hobbies. He's a painter, he's a draftsman, he's a man of all sorts, and he has a room where he does all that under peace and quiet from partners. Okay, we're going to play something right now that reggae artists, they try to erase. We talk about erase, artists that was put on the back shelf, never talked about, were never basically given the privilege to rise out of their game. All right, so we're going to play that for you right now. All right, it's Vinyl Sunday. It's Vinyl Sunday.
Vinyl Sundays where the music comes alive. Spinning records make the past revive. From the 60s till the present day, every groove will take your breath away. Yeah. Ska and soul and rock, steady sound. Reggae roots are spinning around. DJs digging deep to share hidden gems beyond compare. Feel the warmth, the depths, the vibe. Vinyl Sunday keeps it all alive. Classic track and rhythms new. A celebration just for you. Lovers rocking, rubber dub, flowing free like tidal flood. UK sounds and global beat, moving hearts and moving feet. Ska and soul and rock, steady sound. Reggae roots are spinning round. DJs digging deep to share hidden gems beyond compare. Feel the warmth, the depth, the vibe. Vinyl Sunday keeps it all alive. Classic tracks and rhythms new. A celebration just for you.
The Godfather.
Another exclusive sound.
Rolling.
The 1990s reggae scene had a secret vault of artists the industry erased. I am exposing the 10 forbidden legends who vanished without a trace. Their music was so powerful, it shook the entire system. You must stick until the final reveal, because the last artist's disappearance is the most shocking mystery in music history. When you talk about pure fire on a mic, one name burns through the haze: Terror, Fabulous. His voice was gravel and silk all at once, a lightning bolt riding the riddim. In 1994, his collaboration with Nadine Sutherland on the immortal song titled Action set dance floors ablaze across Jamaica and beyond. It wasn't just a hit, it was a declaration of chemistry, a blast of energy that redefined what a dancehall duet could be. From the pepper seed riddim to the punani rhythm, he spat verses that lived between melody and ferocity. Tracks like Number 2 and Gangster's Anthem proved his range, a lyrical acrobat who could switch from street wisdom to sensual groove without missing a beat. But just when it seemed he would join the pantheon of legends, he faded from view. Industry struggles, personal battles, and the relentless churn of new stars pushed him from center stage. Yet when that first note of action plays today, the world still remembers. It was a time when a young DJ had the dance hall in the palm of his hand and then slipped into the shadows. In the same breath, there was Determine, the prophet of conscience in an era consumed by slackness. His words weren't just rhymes, they were sermons. Songs like Ketty Drum, featuring Beanie Man, thundered with both rhythm and righteousness. Love, Jah, Rastaway, and She's My Girl carried his message of upliftment, discipline, and faith in Rastafari. While others rode the wave of controversy and bravado, Determined stood tall, unbending, reminding the youth that truth could still rule the dance hall. His voice had weight, a kind of urgency that only comes from a man on a mission. But in an industry that rewards noise over nuance, his light dimmed too soon. Years passed, his name vanished from radio rotations, and the world moved on. Yet those who knew his work never forgot the vibration he carried. When he passed away in 2025, it wasn't just the loss of an artist, it was the silencing of a moral compass in reggae's vast soundscape. Few female artists of the era matched the force of Lady G, a woman who refused to stand in the background. She walked onto stages with confidence that could part crowds. Her hit, Nuff Respect, alongside the legendary Sugar Minot, wasn't merely a song, it was a movement. It became a chant of empowerment for every woman who ever felt silenced. Her solo smash Breeze Off and her sharp lyrical exchanges on live clashes proved that her tongue was as powerful as any man's in the arena. In a genre often ruled by machismo, Lady G carved her own throne. Her flow was razor sharp, her wit unmatched, and her stage presence a masterclass in command. Yet history, always hungry for fresh faces, allowed her legacy to fade from the mainstream narrative. But listen closely, her name still echoes in the cadence of every female DJ who came after. Without Lady G, there would be no roadmap for the fierce queens of today's dancehall. And then, in the haze of Kingston's nightlife, came the street poet Silvercat. His tone was rough, his delivery gritty, his lyrics alive with the humor and heartbreak of everyday life. With his breakout track song titled Foul Affair, he captured the island's spirit funny, sharp, and brutally honest. He didn't glamorize the struggle, he narrated it. Every verse sounded like a story, overheard at a street corner. Every punchline a mirror of the people's voice. Silvercat had that rare gift of making the ordinary sound extraordinary. Tracks like Rude Boy and Girls Rush Me proved his versatility, street philosopher one moment, dance floor commander the next. But as the sound of the late 1990s shifted toward polished crossover acts, Silvercat's rawness was pushed aside. His name faded, but his music still crackles with the energy of authenticity. The 1990s were also the era of unexpected chemistry, and none captured that better than Don Youth. With his relaxed delivery and velvet tone, he brought warmth to every rhythm he touched. His collaboration with Wayne Wonder on Loving in Excess became a defining moment, a perfect union of smooth singing and steady DJing. Don Youth didn't need to shout. His power was in his poise. Songs like Dancehall Queen and Gal Man carried that easy rhythm that made him both distinctive and versatile. He was the antidote to aggression, a reminder that subtlety too can rule the mic. Yet as new names rose and trends shifted, Don Youth's sound grew quiet, slipping into the archives of an era too busy to look back. He represents the quiet fire of 1990s reggae, steady, soulful, and enduring, even in silence. Then there was Princess S, the melody maker, who ruled the mid-1990s for a fleeting but unforgettable moment. Her song Man Look Me wasn't just catchy, it was magnetic. Her sweet tone danced across the rhythm, commanding attention while still dripping with charm. She brought a rare tenderness to dancehall's usually rugged landscape, blending melody with flirtation in a way that felt effortless. For a season, she was the rising star everyone talked about, her voice filling the airwaves and her image brightening magazine covers. But the industry's cruel rhythm doesn't wait. Without strong management and promotion, her follow-ups never found the same success. Still, her song titled Man Look Me remains frozen in time, an anthem of feminine strength and sweetness in a world that often demanded toughness. When people talk about unique voices, few can match Jigsy King, the DJ, with a tone so distinct you could recognize him before he said a word. His nasal delivery was unconventional, but it was magnetic. Songs like Work Me Hard, Guan Go Sit Down, and the Clash anthem Mood to Unalive a Sound with Hopeton James made him a dance hall favorite. Jigsy was more than just a voice. He was a storyteller, turning riddims into narratives. His lines carried humor, insight, and attitude. He thrived in the sound system culture, where competition was fierce and only the bold survived. But the changing tides of dancehall, with its shift toward modern fusion and digital polish, left little space for his rugged originality. Though his fame faded, his influence lingered in the countless young DJs who learned that standing out was better than fitting in. In a decade that prized swagger, Little Kirk brought something different heart. His voice dripped with emotion, and his delivery carried purity rarely found in the fast-paced dance hall of his time. With songs like Ghetto People Song, I'm Sorry, Love You Forever, and No More Will I Roam, he gave listeners an intimate look into struggle, faith, and love. His tone was so soul-stirring that many drew comparisons to Garnet Silk, one of reggae's most beloved voices. Little Kirk represented the hope that conscious and spiritual music could coexist with the digital revolution. But as the scene tilted toward flashier productions, his tender style was drowned out by louder trends. Still, those who lived through the era remember his songs weren't just performed, they were felt. And deep within reggae's spiritual core stood Jamali, a voice that carried the conviction of a preacher and the poetry of a prophet. His monumental track, El Shaddai, under Penthouse Records, wasn't just another conscious reggae tune, it was a spiritual awakening. The song's message of faith and divine strength resonated deeply with the faithful and lovers of true roots reggae. His other tracks like Jah Will Provide, Freedom Time, and One Love, One Heart burned with devotion and purpose. Jamali never aimed for commercial crossover, his mission was higher. But as radio stations turned to flashier dancehall beats, his sacred voice was left echoing in the background. Yet among purists, his music is legend proof that roots never die. They just retreat into the soil until someone listens again. And standing tall among these names, shaping riddims with humor and intelligence, was General Degree, the master of wit and rhythm. From Traffic Blocking to Granny, Pianist, and When I Hold You Tonight, his catalog was pure creativity. He fused melody and lyric like few others could. His songs weren't just dancehall hits, they were cultural snapshots. His Sing-J style bridged the gap between the hardcore and the melodic, influencing countless successors. He had the rare gift of making serious art feel fun. While others chased controversy, he chased innovation. Even as the spotlight dimmed with time, his impact never vanished. He remains one of the architects of dancehall's golden age, a man whose lyrical fingerprints are still found in modern flows. All these artists, these forgotten luminaries, carried different flames, but together they lit up the same sky. These artists may have vanished from billboards and playlists, but their frequencies still live in the DNA of the genre. Their rhythms echo in the beats of today's stars. Their words breathe through new generations who sample, remix, and rediscover. They remind us that behind every global hit, there are unsung heroes who laid the foundation brick by brick. Now you know the lost icons of 1990s reggae. Tell me which of these vanished artists you believe deserve the most fame. Let me know which forgotten track. Make sure to follow for more uncovered histories of the music they tried to make you forget.
Welcome to Keep It Real, Sundays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. with The Godfather.
Before I forget, let me say good morning and good afternoon. Gone out to, of course, 515 this morning. She was up early this morning and sent me a message. I just received it. But while I've been looking on social media, All right, I've been seeing a few things, but of course, did you enjoy that little script there from, of course, the reggae artists they tried to erase? A lot of information there, a lot of details that needs to look into each individual as we speak right now. So, yeah, it's something that I'll put more background information, details, and photos if I can find some photos for that, of course. And the reggae artists they tried to erase. Just looked at something here right now, and hold on, where did I go? Okay, one of the things that popped up on my social media, it's on my first front page, was why were Jamaican people supporting Argentina in the World Cup? And one of the it's a documentary goes on from different people. Not going to go through it, but something for you to look at, and in terms of how Argentina was behaving, and also Argentina being one of the most racial team in the competition. From what we could see, is not what we know, is what we saw on the day. All right, and also as well, FIFA is also, I don't know if it's a scam or it's a AI or whatever, but it's running around on different platforms that, of course, for the next World Cup, Argentina is not in the World Cup in the next one. They're being banned from the next one because of their behavior in this present one. All right. And what shocked me most of all is that, the Spaniards were, having their trophy awards and so forth, and Argentina had their back to them. And how sad people can be. Really? Are they real sportsmen? Really? I couldn't believe when I saw it, and I kind of replayed it back. You must have done it yourself. Rewind it back. I said, "Oh, I want me to see." In this day and age, thank God for social media, TV, and cameras, that we can see how other people around the world behave towards people in achieving something that the whole world gravitated in the World Cup. Sad. It's very sad from the Argentinians. Serious. And I don't know how their country look at things. Do they say, we don't care? Or they must care. Because right now the whole world are looking at that as a total disrespect, not just for the World Cup, but as competitors and also people of color around the world in terms of the behavior. And the more they behave that way, the more people start looking into the history behind Argentina. The history behind Argentina. We'll leave it there for you to do your own homework and your own discussions when you feel like so. Well, all right. And then I saw another thing as well where they talk about it's a monthly event in Wolverhampton. They're starting a daytime once a month. I don't know which is the first week or the second or third or fourth. I don't know. But they're having a jam rock party in Wolverhampton on a Sunday. So can't say no more than that. Interesting. It's interesting, but of course, we'll leave it for another time. All right? Okay. Go say shagging out to Exodus family. Big up yourself, guys. Big up, big up, big up. Another function for you coming up as well in the month of next month as well. A lot of people busy on the 1st of August. Of course, it's the Jamaican Independence Week for many different reasons. For those who know and don't know, and for the young kids who don't know the history behind Jamaica and the formality of independence, I'm sure that a lot of children will spend their time as a lesson or a sort of a history program that I do with a couple of my children. I say to them, try and tell me much as you know about certain things to do with the history of such and such and such, and come back to me. And they'll go and do it the best they can. I'm not wanting them to be spot on, but I'll be their grandfather teacher kind of thing. I ask them certain questions about various things, and they don't know about this because teachers are not telling them about the real issues of life, what's going on around the world in terms of what they can teach the children. See, not teaching the children basics at the moment. Well, all right. So we come up to that time, and we're going to be talking to a man from Birmingham. And a man who has spent a lot of time playing music, learning music, understanding music, as much as music also, I think, as well rhythms as well. Yeah, okay, all right. We're going to talk to him in a short one, the next 5, to send him a message and ask him, are you ready? And see if he's ready to go. I know that there are a lot of people out there looking forward to this interview this afternoon with Jonah, a man that I have little knowledge of as such. On the grapevine, I'm hearing things, not seeing, but I saw something the other day at the vinyl, Mr. and Mrs. Vinyl, and him and his wife won the competition, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And when he played that song for the first song that they played when they got married, I was dancing to it. I said, the dance done. This is where the dance done. And that was just nice to see that. And also the commentary before the song came on was absolutely marvelous. Trust me, it was marvelous. Yeah, okay. So we're going to talk to him in a short while. Yeah, so let me just set up, get ready. Let me play a song that I want to play in terms of the aeration that we had on Thursday for all the Rasta sisters and brothers. And the land is for everyone, the Abyssinians. Let's play a song from the Abyssinians before we go into the interview, all right? So let's play this one here right now. Skyline Radio in the afternoon, alongside as well, s8play.org as well, and here live inside the YouTube with me, the Godfather. Sounds of the Abyssinians. Stand by for the interview after this. Sounds of the Abyssinians on Vinyl Sunday. Here's a song for the, of course, a song for the Argentinians. If they love reggae, they know reggae. Play this one for the Muslim people, Abyssinians. Play this one for the Argentinians. I tell you. Stand by for Jonah from Birmingham.
This land is forever real, and I have proved to it. This land belongs to every man, and I must get my share of it. This land is forever real. The black, the white, the yellow man. This land belongs to every man. The Father gave it to mankind. So let us all unite. This land, and on this land is forever real. This land, and on this land molded by your father. The birds to be the lilies of the field. The sun, the moon, the stars, and the sea. So let us call you night and stop the fuss and the fight. This land, I know this land is for everyone. This land, I know this land is for every living man. This land, I know that this land is for everyone. This land, I know.
Well, okay, we go straight to the phone lines right now. Speak to Jonah from Birmingham Strong. The sun is out nice and bright, and the weather's looking good right now, and got plenty of breeze also too as well. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Godfather.
Good afternoon, Jonah. Welcome to the Keep It Real Sunday show here on skylineradio.org.uk and also in conjunction with saplay.org, live on the YouTube. Well, my brother, it's been a pleasure to have you, a man that I've heard about many, many times in terms of the circuit that you're in terms of your vinyl selections and the vibes that you bring to the people of the Midlands. Jonah, can you just introduce yourself to the people right now?
I don't know what to say. I'm Jonah. DJ. I don't know. You ask me questions and I'll feel you.
Okay, I'll fire them away right now. Well, obviously you're from the heart of the Midlands. We talk about Birmingham Strong, and you have many people in Birmingham that respect you for the knowledge that you have in the music field. All right. Now let's go back down that road from the beginning, because this is all about your story. And many people like to hear your story because not many people got the chance to speak to you. And from what I've been told, I'm probably one of the first one to do so. And thank you very much for having the time to do that with me right now. So let's start off with music. How did music start for you as a youngster? How did it start for you? Tell us the story.
I'd have to go way back to about six or seven, something like that.
Let's go there. Then.
Okay, well, I'm 6 and 7 years of age, and I'm being a nuisance around my mother, and well, usually my mother, because my father was working. You know, he did a 12-hour shift, so he was very rarely there. So he was the breadwinner.
Okay.
So of course, mom's there with 2 boys. She's got 2 boys, me and my brother. I don't know where I actually heard the music from. I think it was my cousin. I've got a cousin. She's 84. And when she was 16, 17, and 18. She used to take me to a record shop, a local record shop by the name of Black Wax.
Okay.
And she'd take me into the shop, push me in the back of the corner and tell me, don't move. So, of course, I'm standing there, all these people who are 3-4 times the size of me, and this music was playing in the background. And I sort of like took a liking to the music, you know? So that's where it really started from. I have to blame my cousin.
Okay. And if it wasn't for her, God knows what else you would have been doing to replace that right now.
Yes. Yeah, because there was records turning up at the house that, of course, I had nothing to do with, but there was records there. They were obviously her records. So I used to play her records, and then at them times, as you know, you had 4 and 5 people living in one house. So there was a man who lived in one of the rooms in the house where I was. His name was Alvin. He was from Jamaica. Okay. He had a blue spot gram. And records. So what he would do is when I was being a nuisance around my mom, he would take me upstairs, turn on his blue spot, pull out this everlasting box of records and tell me to play music. So that was from about 6, 7 years of age. I've been selecting basically.
Right.
You know? 6, 7, 8.
Okay. So I did kind of mention this to you the other day. Even though your auntie took you to nearby shop where the record shop
My
was?
cousin, my cousin,
Your
my
cousin.
cousin. She's my first cousin. Yeah,
Okay, your first cousin. Did she
Mhm.
ever take you to, or did you ever find yourself down at one of the shops that most of the brothers and sisters knew was next to the market outside, Don Christie's?
Mhm.
Did you ever get a chance to lay down outside and see what was happening there?
I went to Dan Christie's 1 and 2 times, but I think for me it was probably a bit of being lazy, because we had Black Box on the Los Hills Road.
Right.
And you had the record shop on, you had Aquarius Records on Grove Lane. And then I used to catch a bus and go to a record shop in Small Heath, a record shop by the name of Abbey Records, which was on the Coventry Road.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to use another record shop called Zion, which was on Villa Road in Hansborough. So those were the three shops. Those were the three shops that I frequented every week without fail. Because back in those days, every week you was getting a new batch of records, a new batch of records, a new batch of records. So it wasn't a thing like now where you're sort of like stuck.
Would you say that
in 1 year?
Well, would you say that records, that you just mentioned records, of course, in the Windrush, a lot of the Windrush generation came over in 1948 with their liquor records that they had from Jamaica. All right? Would you, I don't know, tell me what you think. Do you think that between the food in Jamaica and the records in Jamaica, which was the most fastest deliverance of imports at the time?
That's a tricky question.
As you mentioned, as you just mentioned a while ago, a lot of the Jamaicans had records being sent to them on a regular basis.
Yeah. Well, you see, this is where I'm sort of an outsider, as you say, because my parents are Barbadian.
Okay.
That's number one.
Okay.
So they didn't have nothing to do with sound system to that. You know what I mean? The first time I saw a sound system, I think it was my sister's christening. My oldest sister. Well, I've got two sisters. I'm the oldest. Right. There's four of us.
Okay.
The oldest sister out of the two, her christening back in 1967 or something like that, 68, was probably the first time I'd actually seen a sound system and heard a sound system.
Right. Okay.
So for me, I never had no records. My parents didn't play music. So the music thing is all on me. I just fell in love with the music and started to collect it. Okay. Not knowing where it would take me in the long run.
Right.
If you can get my drift with that.
Okay. Now, your name is Mr. Jones. All right?
Correct.
And
correct.
Once again, I want to say congratulations to you and your wife for winning the first ever vinyl, Mr. and Mrs. Vinyl in the UK. All right.
All right.
Congratulations. Just for those who didn't know, a big shout out to one couple, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And the song that you played to sort of tell the people how you started was like when you put it on the turntable and it was Mrs. Jones.
Yes.
I said to some people, done already, competition done. Wow. It was a wow factor where we were seeing something on stage with the audience who was sitting there patiently wondering how it's going to work. And the way it happened, it was like, we want to see more of that kind of behavior from married couples. Trust me, whatever the routine may be, but that was spot on. In terms of spot on.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. Well, me and the wife have been. I don't mean to. Sorry to cut you. Me and the wife have been together for a good while. A good while.
Right. I can hear
we've
that.
actually been.
I can hear that.
Been married. We've been married 43 years.
Wow! Congratulations.
So we got married in 1983, but I actually met my wife in 1978.
Okay. Right. Well, yeah, of course. Take time to find that ring and find the yeah, of course. Okay, 40 odd years is a long time for many people out there. Again, congratulations on that. But of course, Mr. Jones, how did you get the name Jonah? Because everyone's calling you Jonah. Tell the people how you got that name Jonah.
I got the name Jonah. I think I was probably 11 or 12. I'd just gone from infant and junior school to senior school. And I took a liking to gymnastics. I used to love gymnastics, watching, the tumbles and all those sort of things.
Yeah.
So I took a really interest in it. So I tried to model myself. So what happened was I was probably that good that the teacher used to ask me to do the demonstrations. He'd tell me what he wants and show me, and then I'd try and do that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So this one particular day, he said, "We're gonna do blah blah blah, and Jonah will show us." So of course, there's about 20 or 30 boys there, you know, because we was all in the sports gear doing the gym work, and we were all waiting for this Jonah. And he said, "Jonah's gonna do this," and we're still looking for this Jonah because nobody knows this Jonah. So what actually happened was the PE teacher looked at me, he pointed at me, and he said, "Jonah." And I said, "No, sir, my name is Jones." And he said, "I am from Wales. And people in Wales with the surname Jones, we call them Jonah."
Okay.
So that's how it came about. So if people see me in the street and call me Jonah, I know that they've known me, you know, since probably the age of 12.
Right.
But if they call me by my name, I know I went to infant and junior school with that person.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So the nickname was given to me by a PE
So,
teacher.
because usually man and man's nicknames come from the street from their brethren for nicknames, but you got yours from your teacher. You
PE
got
teacher.
Yeah, you got stamped by your. Okay, respect to that still.
Yeah.
And to this day, that name sticks. And what was the name of
Yeah.
the teacher anyway?
Mr. Foster. I won't forget that.
Mr. Foster, of course. Respect to Mr. Foster. But all right, so you've had that name over the years, carrying it through.
Yeah.
And in terms of being in the same household where you found this Graham and this man there playing music,
Yes.
usually we
Yes,
hear
his name was Alvin.
Alvin. Well, Alvin is different because what happened was usually we hear stories about youngsters going to basements where other people are, and somebody who's a family member will have a sound system, got some music, and tell the boy to stand on a crate box and play some records. You had the comfort.
No,
You had the comfort of
yes, sir.
your home to do that in, where you.
Well, I don't mean I had the comfort of two homes.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna show you how the two homes come in now. My best friend for life is a brother they call Japal,
Japan.
who used to distribute records
Right.
out of Birmingham here. He was like one of the neighbors on the block where I actually grew up. So he would be buying records and I would be buying records, and then like on a Sunday we'd be at his house. We'd have the little record player that you used to plug into the ceiling, you know, the little suitcase record player.
Yeah, yes. of
And
course.
he'd be playing things like It Mecca and Elizabethan reggae and Liquidator, you know, and I'd be playing the Israelites and them sorts of things. So between me and him, you know, is where the music thing really started to, I wouldn't say get competitive, but he would buy a little selection and I would buy a little selection. Of course, I could only afford one record. I think he was probably about the same. We could only afford one record each in the 60s, I'm talking.
Well, I think a lot of us as youngsters had pocket money. It was only able to buy one record per week. I probably got a chance to buy one record per month because there was so many of us in the family that we had to share. We had to share the pocket money, and it's your turn and my turn. But I always make sure I went shopping with my mum, and she'll take me to the market, and I'm standing by the toy shop. You know, looking at all the different toys and so forth. And she'll come back and say to me, "Yeah, all right." I said, "Yeah. All right. See, it's a little change. You go and go buy yourself a record." Because she knew I love records. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I was in the sort of same predicament. I used to get 10 shillings, which is, now is 50 pence.
Wow.
Yeah. And I used to get that 10 shillings on a Saturday. That was a paper note, by the way. You know what I mean? A paper note, 10 shillings.
Right.
Oh, very nice.
So
I felt like a millionaire when I had one of them in my hand. But what I used to do is on a Saturday, my dad would call me, to issue out the pocket money between us. I'd get my 10 shilling, and probably about 10 minutes after I got that, they'd hear the front door shut. And they knew I'd gone. After the record shop, I'd be in the record shop from about, because like I tell people, I'm a shy person, so at them age, I was really, 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 really shy.
Okay.
You know, so I used to go to the record shop about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd stand at the back and listen to all these records until about almost 7 o'clock when they're ready to close. When, of course, the shop's emptier now, and I can actually get to the counter. And I'd say to whoever it was, you played the record earlier, and then they'd have to play the whole lot until I got that one. But I'd pay for that one for potentially, I think it was 7 and 6 or something like that at the time. So I'd go home with the record on the Saturday. I'd go to Sunday matinee, they call it, pictures on a Sunday, and I'd be broke waiting for Saturday to come again.
Right. Okay. Now, with a vast history of knowledge of music, can you tell me the name of the first record you bought?
Yeah, it was funny enough. It wasn't reggae, you know. It was a pop tune called "Whiter Shade of Pale" by a group called Procol Harum or something like that. And that was 1968, 67, something like that.
Why that song? Why that track?
I don't know. I think it was probably just the freedom for me to just buy something. I think, but there was something about the record that I liked, so I bought it. You know, I bought it, and that probably was the first record I bought.
And you can put your hands on it today.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is still here. Yeah, I think it is still here.
Okay.
Because I very rarely throw away anything. You know what I mean? So I'm a sort of a hoarder, especially when it comes to record.
Right. Okay. Now, in terms of growing up and playing music, etc., and your friend and you were playing or buying different types of music, how did the collaboration get together to sort of get part in the sound system?
Well, the same person, Paul, and two other guys, they had a sound. So I used to ride with the sound. Of course, I was buying records. If they were shorter records, they could always use the records I've got. That was no problem.
Okay.
So there was 5 members in that sound at that time. 2 of them left. So the other 3 put the proposition to me, would I like to ride with the sound? And I said, yes, please. I didn't even think about it. I said, yes, please.
Okay. Right. Is that because of the fact that you had records, or did they need records, or were you just be part of the team?
It was a combination of all 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a combination of all 3. I wanted to play sound. I had records. They asked me. I obliged.
So did you become at some stage just the main selector after a while?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
did you
yeah,
select
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I wasn't really selected at the time. But what happened was when the founding 3 members, when they decided that they'd had enough, that only left me.
Oh.
You know, so it was, do I carry on or do I just call it a day? And I decided, I'll carry on. You know, so of course I was playing at blues parties, blues dances, because the sound that I was playing was primarily a blues sound. It wasn't really like a battling sound. It was a blues sound. You know?
Yeah, a lot of people at that time built their empire around the blues part, because there was a lot of blues around in them days. You can go to any part of the UK back in them days, and you can find a blues party. And
Definitely.
And it wouldn't really matter how the sound looked, as long as it sounded good in the blues. It gave other people the encouragement to do the same as what you were doing at the time as well.
Yep. And I was always looking for that one record that nobody had. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or,
okay.
You know.
Now, during that time of doing all that, which one of the sounds took to you as a youngster when you was growing up?
Well, of course, you have to put QC, Quaker City, in it. That's got to be at the top of the list there somewhere, because that was, to me, Quaker was the sort of sound that he went out, no matter where, you know. He could be 3 sounds from London and him 1, you know, and he would go and do things and come back unscathed. Yes, there might have been times when they've given him a blow or 2, but at the same time, he's doing the same thing. So that sort of thing, you know, fascinated me at the time.
Right.
The competition aspect, you know, that sort of fascinated me at the time.
And I suppose as well, the quality of his sound system as well also played a big part to many of you out there
Well, you see, everybody knows. Everybody would say Quaker City, but they also used to say QC, which is the initials, and that spelled quality counts. Yeah,
Okay.
quality counts.
Okay. And it did count because when I saw Quaker, a few times, it was like, wow. Just to look at the sound itself was amazing. The only sound system I knew at the time that had the same boxes as him was a sound in Manchester, and I was wondering, if they were family or cousins, but I get to understand that there wasn't. But yeah, QC. We spoke to QC quite a few times on this platform, and big shout out to Quaker himself. So obviously you're on your own, doing your own thing, playing at the blues party, and getting a fan base. And you said a while ago that you like to buy the odd one tune that no one has.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's that. I think I got that idea in the 70s. Winston Green Community Center. I went there to hear. I think it might have been Mafia Tone, Jesus from London, and I think there was another sound there. And it was, you know, when you get to the dance and you're there, everybody's playing 45s and then this and that, and then last 45, we're gonna play dub plates now. And I think 2 rounds went around, and the other 2 songs were playing dub plates, and somebody realized that Justice hadn't played any dub plates as yet. He was still playing 45s, you know, but these 45s were either rare or you can hardly find them.
Right.
And then he said something about King of the 45, and that sort of stuck in my head. King of the 45, not dub plate. Yeah, not dub plate. King of the 45.
So did you become the king of the 45 just for the Midlands or just for Birmingham?
I was doing it for myself, really, I suppose,
right.
At the time, because my sound wasn't a really well-known sound. There was other sounds from the area where I was more popular than the sound that I was playing. But in saying that, all of them who had sound knew that there was something with me and 45s.
Right. Well, for you to become the king, you're amongst the crew now. You're amongst the elites of players. So and that's why I asked the question again. Was that just for you? Was that for the Midlands or just for Birmingham?
I don't know. I think it was for me. I don't think I'd actually thought about being a representative of Midlands in any form, shape.
The reason why I asked that question, because when it comes to the king of 45s, in this part of Wolverhampton, it was Sir Christopher.
Right.
Right. Does that ring?
I'm going to give you a funny, for instance, there, because Archie D. I should say, hold on, let me get it right. Sir Archie D. I met Archie through Shanti, who was the selector for Sir Christopher Sound.
Right.
So Sir Christopher Sound's got a little link between me and Archie, because that's how I actually met Archie, through Shanti.
Okay. Okay. Right. So did you ever get a chance during your duration, of course, being an older man, Sir Christopher, did you have any comparison? Did you have a conversation? Did you have any knowledge of Sir Christopher, who was Wolverhampton?
No, none whatsoever. I knew of the sound. I knew of Shanti by name. I didn't know him them times, But I knew him by name. I think he was probably one of the selectors for Christopher at the same time, So the Sir Christopher thing has got a little link between me and Archie. Okay. That's how I met Archie.
Okay. Well, all right. So you're doing your thing, playing your sounds at Blues Party, which a lot of us do miss, but we've grown up to do other things now because the blues as such isn't the same. Or is there any blues going on around?
There isn't. No, there isn't. No.
Wow. Them days, people travel from left, right, and center to go anywhere to find the blues. And blues go ahead.
No, I was going to say I was located in the right area because I was in Aston, so I was in touching reach of Los Hills Road and Westminster Road, and so the blues thing, there was always blues around, especially in Aston. They had a few blues in Aston as well. So back in the 70s, it wasn't driving; it was a joy to just walk from one road to another to just take in different sounds. You know what I mean?
and of course, Birmingham being the second city in the country, there wasn't really much shortage of anywhere for people to go. Because if one blues was full,
Well,
you go to another place or another place.
this
Or
is it.
yeah,
This is it. This is it.
and and you had
Pick your
the
choice.
yeah, and you had the notorious frontline at the time as well.
Well, yeah. That was at the top of the road there, yeah. Front line, Luca line, whoever else was around there, yeah.
Man, yeah. Now, over the years in your time, of course, that time, you're playing your sound. How did you meet your wife? How did you find time to meet your wife? I know she's there smiling somewhere, and she wants to hear the answer too, like everybody else. How did you meet?
She's
your
actually
wife?
she's actually in the kitchen cooking the
I know
best,
that.
best chicken, as they say. But she's gonna listen it back later, you know. The best dressed chicken in it. Yeah. I actually, what it was is that they used to have a pub in Aston called the Swan Pub, and they used to do these little outings where you could go out and go to a dance overnight and come back. They'd run that. So some friends of mine went to Gloucester, because that's where my wife is from, Gloucester.
Okay.
They went to Gloucester and they said, "Oh, Gloucester's very nice and there's some pretty ladies there and blah, blah, blah." So the following week, they run a return trip back to Gloucester, and I went up to Gloucester, and I saw this lady and I started to talk to her, and the rest, as they say, is history. I used to go to Gloucester nearly every week.
After that,
them times we weren't driving. Yeah. After the first time I went up there and met her, I used to go up there probably nearly every Saturday night and go up and see her.
Okay.
And then, because of her work situation, she actually managed to get a move down to Birmingham. She was offered to move to Birmingham, so she moved to Birmingham. So she moved down here in 1979. And we've been living together since 1979, basically. We got married in 1983, and the rest is again is history.
Yeah, man. Of course. And the reason why I say that, because when it comes to records and a man's favorite thing of doing things in his own time and space, the music is the music that most black players of our culture admire. The entertainment, the relaxation. What does music on a whole do for you?
Oh, it's a sort of upliftment in it for me, because I like to hear new things to my ears. I'm not one of these ones that want to keep repetitive and hearing the same thing over and over and over again. I like to hear new things, So that would be the thing for me. I'd always like to hear new things, I know it's not so. I know you can't really do it so much now because the crowds are not the same, and but there is venues for the odd things, like the venue that Trifina's got coming up soon.
Right. Let's talk about that. Let's just jump ship for a little while. Let's jump ship.
Yep.
The creme de la creme. Next week, Sunday at the Bank in Wolverhampton.
That's it. Yep.
We're gonna. There's a lot of things happening from 12 till 12. Of course, there's a meal, there's entertainment, there's poetry, and all sorts of things happening up until 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, you got the Magnificent Seven riding in the house, riding into Wolverhampton. We've never seen that amount of DJs come in at the same time, at the right time. All right.
I hope we don't. I hope we don't do too much damage.
Well, there'll be no shooting going on. All right. The only shooting that will be going on is your music.
Yeah.
The formality of what's going to be played on that day is still being organized by the organizers. All right? Categories of music at certain point and change it around and play this and play that. It's not a competition, it's entertainment.
Correct.
In terms of how ones deliver their songs and how they come across. All right? And there are some big plays coming down as well.
Yep.
Trevor,
I mean, the ones from London, they're all big hitters, Chucky Downbeat, he used to play a super tune.
Right.
So he's got history, yeah?
Okay.
Trevor Sachs says it all in it. Right?
Saxon.
Yeah?
Of course.
R.S. Digital. What you say about R.S. is a man of many talents. Dub cutter. You know, he does everything, and he's
Well,
got a nice selection of records.
yeah, and he was. Let the people know a little bit more. He was also the man that used to start off the warm up session for David Radigan
Correct,
before he came on
correct,
stage.
correct. Well,
Yeah,
he was even doing it. He was even doing it in the clashes because I've seen tapes of him doing the controlling for Radigan in clashes. You know,
yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Horace has got a very deep history,
yeah. And we hope to have
very deep.
we hope to have him up here soon as well to talk about that because many people who are lovers of music and history,
Hmm
especially the ladies, they love history of music, and they love to.
hmm
Obviously, it's something that we as men love to do at times. Anytime my wife wants to find where me there, she know where me there. I'm in my music room, and she knows I'm at peace. Whatever. I'm sure you're the same as well.
Yep, correct. Yep, definitely. I've got my own little music space here with stereo and my records, and I'm in here. And I'm actually in there now. I'm actually in there now, actually.
I
But
assume
yeah.
so. Of course, of course. And anytime she wants to come in, she has to knock the door first to see if you're gonna
No,
be disturbed.
no. She's equal. You know, if she comes in, she comes in. There's
Yeah.
nothing like that. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing like. I mean, I've heard people saying, "Oh, would you allow her to touch play your records?" And of course I would. You know, of course I would. I
That,
ain't got no. You know,
that's nice.
I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
she can play. She don't really play her music, but the stereo is here.
Mhm.
You know, there might be the odd time I've come in and she's playing it. I got no problem with that at
Mhm.
all.
Right.
Yeah,
And you know, so
if she wants to do that, she do that.
yeah, and you know, she picked the songs that she like.
Well, yeah, this is the sort of thing that we did for the same Mr.
Yes.
and Mrs. You know, because I thought that let me just turn the what you call it a bit. Usually, I be the one that's playing the music.
Mhm.
My wife don't play music and she don't talk. So I said to her, look, you sort out the records. You tell me what you want, and we'll sort them out.
Mhm.
You play them, and I'll talk. And everybody thought that was going to be a bit funny because Jonah don't talk. But I thought to myself, I'm defending the wife tonight, so I'm going to have to do something. So I did my best.
You did it, and you did it good as well. Because a lot of people were surprised that you went on the mic and said something,
Yeah.
and then someone says to me, "Johnny don't talk, you know. It doesn't say much,
Mm,
you know." I said, "Doesn't he?"
that-
Oh, oh. Then
yeah, that is true. Yeah,
yeah, and then I got introduced, and then we started talking and etc.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
of
yeah.
course,
Yeah.
the correspondent with me you've been having over the last couple of weeks.
hmm
Am I talking to the right guy who doesn't say much? But
Yeah,
now,
yeah, 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 yeah.
wow.
Well, I mean, I'm getting feedbacks, and I'm hearing that people are saying it's the most they've ever heard me talk. You know, so I think some people were gobsmacked because I don't talk really. I'm coming from the old school where you had the sound system, you had the man who was the operator, you had the man who was the selector, you had the man who was on the mic, and then you had the man who helped you move the sound in and out. So primarily, my job was selecting. Nobody never shoved the mic in my face and said talk, or if the guy who actually played the thing wasn't there, I could play that. I could just be like playing my stereo at home, which isn't a problem.
I
But the
suppose.
DJing
Hmm.
part, I couldn't do it.
Right. And
Yeah, because I find,
go on, sorry.
I was going to say, I find that I can't hold the mic and be looking for records at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I got one hand holding the mic and I got one hand with a handful of records, and I'm trying to look for the next record before this one finishes. So I can't do that. I wasn't brought up that way. I can't multitask like
Right.
that.
Okay. And I was just about to say that's where your skills of knowledge to the music became very important because you spent most of the time concentrating on your songs
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
let the MC do what he might do.
Yeah. And delivery and when the right records to be played and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I must say. Now, have we finished with the list of all the people coming down next week, or there's any more else?
No. Of course, you got Archie. In it. Archie's on
Yeah,
there.
give us your spell on Sir Archie D.
Uh, Archie. What can I say about Archie? I'm a brethren for life. When I was playing in London, because I used to play in London, I used to play in London more than I play in Birmingham. in actual fact.
Okay.
So half of the London fraternity, I've played with them, but I wanted somebody to like come and give me a backup or something, because it was just me one going to London. And
How did you get there so often?
how do you mean?
Well,
How did I get?
did you go there for blues, or you just went there for playing in competitions?
No,
Or how did you get there in the
I
first place?
just went to play. What happened was there was a guy. He lives just around the corner from me here now. Actually, his name's Richard. He used to go under the banner of Rude Boy Promotions up in London.
Okay.
And he came to the house here one day and he said to me, "Would you ever play in London?" And I thought, London. Yeah,
London.
if I could play in, yeah, if I could play in London, it'd be nice,
Yeah. Okay.
just to see how they would react to, somebody from out of town, as them say, country. Them like to say country, So I went to London, played, and that particular dance, we actually had to finish it. The first time we went up there, we actually had to finish that dance.
Kind of early.
And no. It was run to time, but as far as I was concerned, I was only doing like 2 stints, and then that was it.
Okay.
All
right.
Because it was me and Dynamic, and I think there was three London DJs. Jesse James, Chucky was there as well, and a brother named Bad Boy G Colin.
Okay.
So we played with them 3 the night, and then at the end of the dance, if somebody came looking for me and said, "Jonah, you got to finish this," so I was like, "Oh, okay," because I wasn't expecting that. So that told me that everything was okay.
Right.
What we'd done okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then we picked it up from there. And then I met Archie a few years later, and Archie was very quick to pick up things which I like. He's very, very quick to pick up things. So hence, and really have a good friendship when it comes to that music business.
Right.
And then of course you've got go on. Grandfather?
Yeah, go ahead.
Godfather? Yeah. I was gonna say, and then you got Papa Edie, who
Eddie
used to ram up blues party back in the 80s, 90s. So all of the DJs have got pedigree.
Yeah, the pedigree, and got titles in their own way.
Yeah. I mean, Garnet speaks for himself. Garnet was born with 245s in his hand, so what more can you say?
Yeah, and he's all the way from Leeds himself.
Yeah. Yep. All of the guys on the bill, apart from, because I don't really know Trevor Sachs, but I know the rest.
Right. Well, even though you don't know Trevor Sachs to that detail, but we know of his history with Sachs, where he came from. The majority of people will know that anyway. You know what I mean? So it sounds like a marvelous setup. 3 o'clock till 12. It's going to be jam with some real other specialists, other music connoisseurs, people of different color, of all sorts. Going to be in that. I'm sure it's going to be the place to be next week Sunday at the bank.
I hope
Yo,
so.
I tell you, and make sure no belly full enough. I tell you.
Yep. And then dance for the next 7 hours. Yeah.
I mean. I must say, as you talk about Archie, do you know the where he came from as a sound system, brother? Did you ever?
I knew he used to play a sound, and he's told me the name 1 and 2 times. But I know he's got a sound system background as well.
Well, let me give you that background. The sound was called Solar System.
Oh, that's it, Solar. Yes. That was running around in my head there just now. I wasn't quite sure. Yeah.
Yeah, Solar System, and he was the number one sound in the town for our time and generation at the time. And traveled around certain parts of the UK, and did pretty well. But as you know, time goes on in life. Sometimes some sounds don't last forever. But the knowledge and the history stays in your mind. And we're hoping at some stage we're going to have a solar system conversation with the Godfather at some point, because Wolverhampton wants to know a bit more about Sir Archie, and the sound system.
Sir Archie, yes.
Okay. Well, all right, that's going to be a good one. So, obviously, you was introduced to me by, of course, the sound
Barry.
system, Barry, the sound system is
Gyro.
doing pretty well this year. This year I've
Yep,
got
yep, yep.
I got them on 17 events so far in the first 7 months of this year 2026, and I get to understand they got more things happening for them as well. Now
That's good. That is good.
that is good for today's generation of sound system, because sound systems nowadays is not as so popular in name, popular in title, but not so popular in entertainment, because there's only anywhere for that amount of equipment and so forth to be in a
Well,
building.
yeah.
We got new legislation, we got new red tape, we got noise restrictions and all these things, and
Yes,
also as well
yes.
we got pack testing as well.
Mm-hmm.
All these things play a big part in the future of a sound system that, many sounds now are not really doing anything but being idle. I use the word idle at the moment.
Yeah. Because, like you said, the restrictions. A lot of people now, especially when I play in London, most of the places in London, they've got their own PA systems. Where they play. So it's very rare that you get to play on a sound. You know what I mean? It's usually the house set.
It's amazing. It's amazing how back in nowadays as a youngster, because we're not too far apart in age, but we've seen things in our time where once upon a time the pub was a place for our generation of grandfathers and fathers having a pint, playing dominoes, with different race of people in a pub. It wasn't a place for us to go to. But it's amazing how now things have changed in terms of technology and the way things are today, that the pubs now are integrating more people within the right age bracket to come into pubs and play on their system that's built inside the system to play to the audience. And also food as well. It's amazing how things have changed over the years.
Well, I mean, with the sound system, it's all about pride. You want your sound to look away, to sound away. So everybody had their own individual styling on their boxes. So when you go into a dance, even if the title of the sound's not written on the box, you will know by the boxes whose sound it is.
Yeah.
Those were very distinctive things that have gone.
Well, we've got things taking place now. We're using a thing called active speakers now.
Yeah.
And wow, does that make some difference?
All that is after my time. I'm used to the 18-inch 100-watt.
Yeah, the Goodmans and the
100
Tandys.
watt, 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100 watt, 150 watt. You might even get a 200 watt speaker.
Well, I didn't
back
see that.
then.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see that still.
Mm.
It depends on how deep our pockets was as youngsters to buy a speaker.
Well, yeah.
We were just we were just happy to buy an 18-inch speaker and take our time looking at it before we went into the box.
Okay.
One of the places that we used to go to was most popular, and is a universal shop, was called Tandy's.
Yeah. Rotel, yeah. I think I bought my first EQ from them. Rotel or something like that. It was a Tandy's thing.
Yeah, that blue mixer with the two sides of the equalizer on each side. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking the realistic 5-band. It was a 10-band thing.
Yeah,
two.
Yeah, you got 5 one side and 5 on the other side.
That's right.
Yeah.
Realistic.
Them were good. They were really good.
Yeah. Well, that was top of the class equipment at the time when it came in. So everybody had to have a realistic EQ of some description or whatever the case may be.
Even if I could get my hands on one right now, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, funny enough, I think I've still got my one in the garage. I think I've got it still. And as far as I know, it's working, but I just stopped playing because it was too small. Because everything's in the racks now, the 19 racks, so that little thing won't bolt in nowhere. So I just retired it to the garage.
That's true, unless you made something special for it, which you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So over the years, you've spent a lot of time in the comfort of your music, like many of the guys as well have done so too. Do you know any women that have the same style that most of us men have? in Birmingham?
Um, I don't really know women DJs, apart from probably Rusty, Rusty Rebel Rock. I know her.
Yeah.
She's good. She is good. But in London now, I know you've got a few women DJs, Rasta Queen and Nanko the Rock from Japan and Dubplate Pearl and Texas Ranger. Them are all ladies. They're all, doing their thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know there's enough more to talk about with you. I haven't covered all the issues. And the time is now 1:45.
Okay.
But let me get down to a part where a lot of guys and dolls will listen to this particular part right now. We talked about a situation where once upon a time dub plates came into the force of music back in the days, and there wasn't really much of a vocal. They were more like instrumental. And most of the guys from London, like Natty and Black Adrenaline and them, man, they would travel the whole of England selling the same dub plate to everybody else and telling you and I that it's only one cut upon street.
Yeah. But you see, for me, I was going to say, sorry to cut you, but I was going to say, for me, the dub plate thing, because like I said to you, that the three main men had left the sound and they'd only left me once. Now, I couldn't afford £25 for one dub plate with probably 2 tracks playing. You get the vocal and your dub one side, and the other side.
And what year was that?
Well, I'm talking in the 70s.
Right, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. £25 back.
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah. And as far as I was concerned, I could go to the record shop and buy 25 singles at £1 a time. So to me, that was a no-brainer. Go to the shop, let them get on with the dub plate business. I'll concentrate on the 45s.
Right.
I mean, I did get into the dub plate thing later, but it wasn't as big as me doing the 45s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just made more sense. It just made more sense to me. I was getting my money's worth, as they would say.
Right.
The dub plate, you get a run of that for like, I don't know, 3 months, 2 months, depending on when it's due to release. It's only that the mix might be different, and that's it.
Right.
Whereas I've got 25 singles with 25 versions. You know what I mean? So that's 50 records as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because obviously the dub plate is the first cut. Yeah, and then when it comes for the release now, it goes back into the studio, and then it has a lot of different instruments added to it for the release.
It's more refined, yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
It's more refined.
Now, I asked you a question the other day. I'm going to ask it to the audience as well. They can also participate in this as well.
Okay.
Now, I've got a number of records in my selection, and you can tell when certain records are being played. You can hear the decades of hisses and all sorts in it. Right? And in today's society, there are a number of people out there doing copies of certain songs that you play every day. Now, these copies are crystal clear. If you had a record that sounded kind of rusty and kind of scratchy, and you knew a man who had copies selling, would you go and buy a copy, or would you stick to your original decade music?
If the one that I've got is the original and it's a bit noisy, if I can find the exact same copy to buy, I'll replace it that way.
Right.
I don't really collect represses, but that's my preference. I don't really collect represses. I collect the original things. And what people must realize is that records is a thing that you have to handle them with care. Just like you have a newborn baby, you handle the baby with care. You have to handle the records the same way, because if you throw them down and whatnot, they're going to get marked up and scuffed up. But in saying that, that's part of life, innit? Because you're born as a newborn baby, and as you go through life, you get scratched, you get marked, you might break a leg or break a finger.
Yeah,
babies, it's the same thing.
Yeah, babies get knocked about here and there when they fall down and so forth.
Yeah.
But
for me,
go ahead.
Yeah, but for me, the represses, they are a good thing, I would say, because there's a lot of people now that's coming into this thing now, music wise. Half of the records, or even 3/4 of the records, they can't afford them now because these records are going for some silly money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of
You're
course.
talking hundreds of pounds for one record. You know, so for the people them who are coming into it now, repress is probably a lifeline for them to use that. You know.
Right.
But me personally, when I don't play no form of reissue. If I put a 1970 record on the table, that's the 1970 copy there that's playing,
Do
whether
you,
it's in rough condition or smooth condition.
right. Do you think that it's right or it's not right for people to use represses in competitions?
It depends, because some people who keep the competitions, they don't stipulate. You know, some will say it's a revived thing and that's it, and then some will say it's a revived thing, but it has to be the genuine article. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Now you said
So
so you told me something the other day, and ever since you've told me
mhm,
that, I've been looking at my records properly.
mhm, mhm.
Now, an original and a copy has two different kind of identification.
Yeah.
We're running out of time here right now. Briefly,
Mhm,
tell them what the
mhm.
identification are between the difference in a press, repress, and
A
original.
repress sometimes. So what they tend to do now with represses is they've repressed them on the same label that they came out originally, and the majority of them, some of them will put them on a white label, some will put them on a label of their own description.
Right.
You know what I mean? What was the question again now? I've lost myself
What was the
after going
difference?
through
What
all
was the
that.
difference between a copy and a pre-copy release in terms of original?
Um,
You've just said half of it
well,
already.
let's.
You said it's
All right. Yeah, yeah, but I'm going to use the same, for instance, like what I used with you the other day.
yeah.
By the Look in Your Eye, Enos McLeod. If everybody knows that tune, there's either A, them know it with one vocalist, or B, them know it with two vocalists. When I say two vocalists, the original Jamaican pre of that tune has Enos McLeod singing, but it's the Mighty Diamonds that are doing the backing, yeah, which people don't know because it's not credited them on the record. They're just like studio musicians just backing him at that time.
Right.
If you buy it on the English release label, I think it's Hawkeye, it come down point, if I remember rightly, you only get the one voice, which is Enos McLeod. So I mean, if I'm in a dance and I hear Enos McLeod one singing, I know that's the English release. But if I hear the diamonds in the background, I know that's the Jamaican pre. That's me though.
Okay. Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Time not on our side right now, but let me tell you,
Yeah.
in terms of the copies and not copies and original,
Hmm.
for you to know an original and the difference between a copy,
Hmm.
when the record finishes, and everybody knows when the
Hmm.
record finishes, it goes into this
Hmm.
clear area where it doesn't make no noise, but it's just
We
going
call
right.
it the runoff.
The
Yeah,
run
you call it the
the
runoff. Yeah,
runoff,
yeah,
the
yeah,
runoff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, if people find some time a little later on, go and find a record and look at the run and look at the runoff. Look
Yeah,
around it,
because
you'll see some numbers on there. Explain to them
yeah,
what's that about.
they call that the matrix number. The matrix number usually gives you the producer. I think it's in the batch number 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever the case may be. Um, it's usually the producer and a number. So if they repressed it, they might put on the original matrix to tell you that's the original number, but they'll also probably put on a different matrix number because it's on a newer label.
Right.
So instead of it having a matrix number with, say, LP, which would be Lee Perry, blah, 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 it would just say probably dime or something, 001. And as far as I'm concerned, that can't be 001 because I've got the record here and there's more than one come out on the label.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the matrix number can be very handy sometimes. You know, if you don't know the record, but you can actually get the matrix number, it's just as good as having the title, really.
I'm looking at the Studio One Live and Learn by Art and the Sound Dynamics.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
looking at the runoff, and it's got here, which I'm going to need magnifying.
CN, is it CN?
Is it CN? No, it's not CN. It's
Mm-hmm.
60 60 00
Mm-hmm.
416
Mm-hmm.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what that means in terms. You've got the details for that right now. We're gonna talk to you again soon, because we're running out of time right now. And it's getting to the point of the conversation that other people are saying, "Wow." So Jonah, I'm gonna cut you short. Yes, all right now,
Yes.
it's been
Okay.
for people telling me that you don't talk, I must have found somebody else.
It's only because I'm holding the phone in my hand and I'm looking at the window and there's nobody here, so I'm nice,
You're cool. While away in a
If
dream
it
right
was
now.
full, it might be a different matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So watch it, Jonah. I want to say thank you for being here. I call it part one. We got part two to come. Shout out to the wife. I'm sure she's doing a good dinner for you today. I tell you, we're going to talk about Barbados and what it's like when you go home to visit and all that stuff. We ain't done that yet. We've got a few Barbadian friends here as well. But it's been a great honor to have the history for yourself right now. We've got part two to come. I'm sure we're going to give a bigger talk after the creme de la creme on Sunday. We'll find a day for you. But I must say, your last words right now, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, on that note, my brother, thank you. God bless. Take care. And have a good weekend. Until next time, I'll see you next week, Sunday.
Okay, thank you, Godfather.
Enough respect. Shout to the wife.
Blessed day.
Yeah, man. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, man. All right.
Bye.
SkylineRadio.org.uk, my people. Well, what can I say, my people? Jonah from Birmingham, Birmingham's vinyl specialist. I'm sure there's more specialists out there who like to tell a story here on the big one, SkylineRadio.org.uk, as well as sa8play.org. And of course, if you got me on YouTube, manners and respect to you right now. It's going to be the last one for me, Vinyl Sunday. Stand by for the rest of the Vinyl Sunday team liquor later on for the whole day. I tell you. Stand by a little later on tonight. 163 Lounge Vinyl Sunday. Tippertone alongside Dr. Ranks tonight, my people. If you're going to be in front of your TV little later on YouTube, that's the place to be. With a drink or so or whatever, I tell you. That's where I'll be a little later on as well. So if you got nothing to do, my people, Vinyl Sunday YouTube, live at 163 Lounge, Erdington. Shouting out to, of course, Valentino, Buzz, Lady P, I tell you, and the full crew. Manners and respect. Can I say big shouting out to, of course, Reggie. Big up yourself, so manners and respect. And also shouting out to all the Skyline engineers, big up yourself. Sensei, Country Judah, and the crew. What you mean? Until next week, God bless. Take time to do what is right. Enjoy the weather. I'm loving this weather right now. I tell you. And if you miss any part of the interview, my people, check me out a little later on your YouTube or in the week. I tell you, you're going to find more interviews from the Godfather every Sunday or most Sundays. Hey. Until that time, God bless. Take care. SkylineRadio.org.uk. It's gone into the runner. It's gone into I got that new word. It's called the runner. Well, all right. God bless. Take care. Looking after yourself until next week. See if I can do this for you right now and end it in a different way this afternoon. Well, all right. So, okay, let's see what's happening here right now. Well, all right. God bless. Take care. Until next week. Bye for now.